Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Saints broadcast today. My name is Jordan, otherwise known as J-Sauce, and I'm joined by my good friend and co-host, Patrick. How you doing today?
I'm doing really good today, Jordan. Can't wait to see what we got going today as we take on some Rocket League with our gold roster for sure.
Absolutely. And what are we looking at today? Who do we got as our matchup for today's game?
Well, sorry. First off, this is NECC Legends Division. I believe it's week 2. This is our second match. I know last week we saw the gold roster going up against Nichols College in what was a 5-game nail biter. I remember casting that. I was definitely shaky a little bit. But this week, we got Columbia College Navy that we were going up against. Not much known about it right now, but I mean, what do you think you can expect from it?
Well, Columbia College all the way over in BC. Got a little battle of the provinces going on today. It does seem that they are ranked above us in the power rankings, so hopefully that gives our Saints a really good challenge today, but I think they do have the potential to bring it out, especially with the roster that we saw play in the CRL qualifiers recently.
And it seems that we're going to be kicking off our game right now as we see it's Cryptic, Excelst, and Cam. A little bit of a, I believe that might be their Columbia College white team starting lineup, but they put it in Navy for now, yes. Although, I could be wrong. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Nevertheless, I think it's going to be a close match. What do we have for predictions going out?
Well, game best of 5 today, so hopefully, I mean, my goal would love to see St. Clair take a nice quick 3-0 victory, but I think with this team, we are not going to quite see that. So I'm thinking possibly game 4, maybe a nice 3-1 victory for our Saints today.
I'm going to say it right now. I think we get another nail-biter. I think the Saints take it for sure, but I think it's definitely going to go to 5 games. We'll see if I'm right on that. Absolutely. As we see Excels going through the air right now. He's on the quick aerial looking for a save as Aris puts the shot on. Cam, seeing if he can relieve some pressure. Flip reset to do that. Cryptic, he's going to try to set him up, but it's going to be a high shot. Christian with the easy save. Can he get the redirect to clear out? Yes, he can. And right now, the Saints relieving really good pressure as Aris puts on a really good shot, denied by Cam.
And Columbia College really just dominating this offense right now as Cryptic starting to set something up. Gonna go for a little aerial here, dribble around, try to get that double touch. And none of them are gonna be able to find it as Saints defend that perfectly and they start to bring it back to the field. Eris going for something off the backboard, gonna be stopped by Cam. Cam now bringing it all the way back off of Cryptic into the corner, and great back and forth so far.
Yeah, almost like a game of tennis right now. Both teams just trying to feel each other out, get some clears, kind of playing a little bit of a volleyball right now. As we see, they're just kind of looking right now for what team is going to make a mistake first, right? So we see right now, what is going to be really important for St. Clair is the musty flick off the back wall comes in to try to clear from Eris, is that right now they need to keep their boost numbers at a maintained level. That's a pretty big miss right there. Cam, let's see if he can capitalize. No, he can't. Eris defending it nicely. Rahman, haven't said his name a whole lot. We'll see if he can really do something in the backfield. Right now he's going to get his name called. What can he do? He's going to quickly clear it up high, trying to set up Eris possibly for the ceiling shot, but it's actually going to be Eris who passes it back to Christian. Christian, what can he do with the dribble? Bumped out by Excels. Really good bump defensively by him as he knows that right now Cam having to get some boost and making that save if that doesn't work out. Cam with the big demos downfield, and that brings me to my next point that I was going to say. Not many demos coming out in the first half of the game. Right now Columbia College looking to change that as the demo sets up a nice offense. Excels bouncer. St. Clair just quite can't get it to go out, and Excels is going to take advantage of that. Let's see, off the bar, Christian just misses the swishy save. Eris not able to get there in time to deny the goal.
Great playing by Columbia there. Finally got something going, getting a couple shots off, and then finding that perfect shot just to throw Saints off. As we get the kickoff here, we're going to see Christian go up into the air for it, right over to Eris. This is the play we need to start seeing. It's going to get blocked off by Cam as it gets sent back up the field. Starting to set up another little rush here. Columbia really putting on great offense right now as they just keep it in the Saints zone, keep them backed up in front of the net. But we are going to see Eris come through, and Saints now starting to put on a little bit of offense, put up a little show here, but we are going to see a little pushback from Columbia as they do. Again, right back to the back and forth. It's going to be a tight game. I think you were right about the nail biter, but we are going to see Cam go up for the shot, saved by Eris as he starts to bring it around. But just this pressure is unbelievable from Columbia. Oh, beautiful save by Christian. Excel's trying to put up a good shot. Another shot by Cryptic, just gonna miss, and it's going to head back down towards Columbia Court's end as Christian is looking for something to set up there.
Okay, Christian coming off this back wall, or sorry, the side wall, looking for the setup, but he's not going to find it. Ramen, let's see what he can do here. Misses on the clear, but it seems like Eris has got his boys back. Ramen trying to see if he can get the bump. He does. This should be an open net, and it is. Eris slots it mid, and it's going to be really key to break this down here. We got the clear coming out by Eris. He's going to follow it, Ramen, with no boost, but what can he do? He can deny that defender from getting the big pad and getting that 100, and he can also deny him from then rotating back, making that save. Eris reads it beautifully, and he beats the second defender back to the punch, gets that quick goal. They tied up with 1:20 now, and it seems like right now it can be any man's game.
Absolutely, Cryptic getting a good shot off there, off the ceiling. Ramen is going to get in there to block it as the ball is now moving back towards Columbia's zone. Hopefully the Saints can get something going here. Eris still trying to do whatever he can to keep it going. Just blocking all these shots that Columbia's putting up, trying to keep it going. But we are going to see Cryptic start to take it downfield now towards the Saints' end, as we get a little bit of pinching in the corner, and a shot by Cam. It's going to be stopped. Oh my gosh, it's sitting, and Cryptic's going to finish that off with the second goal for Columbia College today. A little bit of a slow setup there. Ball's just chilling right in front of the net. We did have kind of a couple goalkeepers on the Saints side flipping around in the net, not quite ready to defend, and going to give Columbia the lead there.
And I must add, that's the second time we've seen a bouncer just coming off the crossbar right now. Saints having a little bit of a harder time clearing out some of those shots. And I think right now, if they want to win this game, they have to quickly adapt, set up an offense, but they also have to make sure not to mess up on defense as much. Ramen, let's see what he can do off the front. Let's see, is he going to get this 50? He is. Challenge is complete from Ramen. He's going to try to center it out. Excels with a quick save just to relieve some of that pressure. Redirect from Christian. He's looking to set up a teammate right here, but Ramen's too far out. Can he at least put some pressure just to, you know, get them back into this offense? It seems like right now they're kind of being drowned out. Everything that they're throwing right now, Demo's coming out from Cam. Right now, Columbia is doing a beautiful job of not only relieving the pressure that St. Clair's putting on them, but also making them pay in the back line as we see a 2-on-1 race. Who's going to be there? Eris is. 5 seconds. Demo comes out from Christian. Let's see if they can get the bump. They can!
There it is.
Eris with the game! Not the game winner, sorry. He ties it. I'm sorry, I lost track. I was just so excited. 1 second left. He's going to hit that delayed flick real quick on the nice open net. Beautiful play with the Saints. You see them set up. They get boost. They execute it perfectly. And ladies and gentlemen, we have overtime in our first match.
Oh, like you said, nail biter. And it's already starting game one. We are going to see our first overtime of the night potentially go off as we get Cam and the rest of Columbia College starting to make their way down towards the Saints end now. Raman going to get up there, block those shots, try to stop them before they can make it to their side. It's going to go back to the corners. Both teams are doing whatever they can right now to find the next goal to win. Eris going to go over for it. He's going to start creating something. The pressure, the playmaking, that's what he does, and that's what he's here for. Ramen going to go up, try to find Eris in the air, and get the double touch. Not quite. Christian just kind of sitting backfield waiting as Cam starts to bring it upfield now. And here comes dangerous Columbia. Pressure. And Eris with a beautiful save there, keeping this game going once again.
And I mean, honestly, right now, Columbia looking really good in the pressure that they've been putting up so far. Cryptic going to see to start that up again. Christian, what can he do on this back wall? Oh no, that's kind of a really dangerous ball, but it seems like Ramen's going to be able to stay composed. Demo coming out from Cam. Eris, they're back to steam it up. Can he find Christian on the shot? He just can't. Just sent out by Cam. He's going to reposition, but Ramen right back to it. Quick save out, forced out by Cryptic. And right now, if St. Clair can just keep them on the back foot, keep their boost numbers at a good level for what they can put up for offense, right now they need to try to make sure that the boost levels of Columbia stay low, but that's not going to be the case, as right now Columbia looks like they're going to take it off the shot, and they are exactly. A little bit of a double commit coming out from the shot forced out by Columbia, and it seems like right now they just kind of have St. Clair a little bit uneasy on the back foot, as Excels is just going to make sure to take it nice and easy, putting it into the net. Columbia College, they take game 1 3-2 after a minute of overtime.
Absolutely, and what a close game this was, with the final shot from St. Clair to bring it back to that 2-2, go into the overtime. 1:19 of overtime before the first goal comes through. That's just what this whole matchup's going to be like, is just back and forth, game after game. I could potentially see almost every game going to overtime.
Yeah, and it's worthwhile to have me bring this up here that Columbia College does indeed have two teams, white and silver. A little bit of a combination here in Navy, but what is happening is they are really good. Okay, like let's not get this messed up. Columbia College, both of their teams actually, if you were watching the tournament that happened last week, they were on the western side, not our side. We're on the eastern side. But both of their teams made top 8, which means they both qualified for CRL.
Holy.
So they have one roster here. It doesn't matter if they're comprised of silver players or white players. It doesn't matter. They are here to play, and they can totally force this series to go the whole distance and even take it if they, really put it together here.
Absolutely. And our Saints Gold team here also qualifying for CRL Fall in this tournament this past Sunday, putting up great numbers, absolutely destroying some of their early opponents. And they're starting, hopefully that bring that energy to this match because they had tough matchups in Stockton University as well as Green having their own tough matchups in their bracket. But as we start to get this game underway, we're going to start to see the same thing. A little back and forth at the beginning. Looks like Cam's going to start to generate something here for Columbia. Era's going to try to keep that away from the front of the net as So Cryptic can't get a shot off. Both teams just back and forth. We are going to get a little bit of a shot here towards Columbia, but Excels is able to stop that one before it goes in. Starting to bring this back up towards the Saints side. Cryptic in the air and going to be blocked off by Christian and Eris.
Eris, what can you do? Can you force the 50? He does actually to help the clear right now. Cryptic centering the ball back again. They need to try to find some sort of defense in the Saints here to really move this ball out, and it seems they have off the clear from Ramen. Eris on the center. What can Ramen do? Can Ramen challenge? Yes, he can, but it seems like Cam's going to be able to take this slow. Baits out the jump from Christian. That's huge right now as it forces Christian to be in a little bit of a weird position coming from Cryptic's air dribble here. He's going to get the ground pinch, but it's going to be just wide. Eris off the ceiling. What can you do, young man? Can you hit this dribble? Can you hit the 50? He does well enough. Christian, can you get the shot on target? Not quite, as the defender's going to be able to just clear it away just by the skin of their teeth. Cam, Demo's coming out on the field. I must say, I think that Columbia College is doing a really good job right now of forcing Demos, forcing St. Clair to be a little bit freaky in their back line. But as I say that, they come back just as hard as ever. Eris able to snipe one straight through the middle, finding just the right gaps in the reads in the zone of the Columbia College defense just to set up a perfect 1-0 lead. Exactly how I think St. Clair needs to come into this match, seeing as how they just gave away game 1.
Absolutely. Finding those small mistakes are super important for our Saints here today because it's just those little opportunities like those that Columbia is giving them to create goals and take the lead. It is 1-0 now as Cryptic is starting to try and make something happen for Columbia. They are going to get kind of a shot off a little wide there as Ramen and Eris are going to bring it back up, and Eris is going to take the second goal of this game and second of his tonight as they take a 2-0 lead over Columbia College.
Bait him out and shut him down. That's what St. Clair just did right there. You see a lot of commitment from Columbia College coming in to try to set up an offense, just not working. Boost numbers low and they can't rotate back in time. Eris sets up and Christian knows where to find his man.
We're going to see after this 3-minute mark left in the game, Saints are up 2-0 as Columbia's still trying to find some offense this game, and maybe that's a little bit of something that Saints are taking away from last game is we need to put a little more defense pressure on them, but we also need super offensive pressure. And the Saints are doing just that. Now keeping the ball in Columbia's end for most of this game. Ramen's going to go up and stop the push there in the air. And we are going to see Eris now go up and possibly take the hat trick. Oh, just off the post as it heads back down towards the Saints end. Ramen going to stop the push here. Could be a little bit of a goal, a little bit of a stoppage, and oh, what a beautiful save from Eris. He does it all. He scores, he saves, he assists. What more can he do?
And I mean, right now, he's been looking so good through these past couple of weeks and the tournament that we just had. And it seems like St. Clair, though, you know where they aren't really looking good is on their back line. They're kind of looking a little bit messy here. That's another ball just forced off the crossbar. Another bouncer, this time saved out. It seems like Columbia right now have them on the back ropes, and they are not letting them get away. Christian, how can you delay this right now? Double commit off St. Clair, but is Christian in the right opportunity? He is in the right place, right time. Can he pick up that small pad? He can, but it's not going to help in the long run. Ramen with a really quick dive out save. Eris, you have zero boost in a dream. Can you get the quick touch just to force a little bit of awkward pressure, he can. Christian coming off the ground. He knows he has to relieve a lot of this pressure right now and potentially set up a teammate. Rotations are coming out in boost R2, but that's not good from Ramen, not good enough at least. He's going to forfeit a lot of boost on that commitment, and right now Ramen's going to have to go into the back line, see what he can gather by the time Columbia College sets up this next offense. But it seems like Christian right now doing a really good job of just relieving some of this pressure. And honestly, you said that right now, yes, I mean, I know Columbia for a little bit there had them really well in the back line, kind of teetering on the edge a little bit, but it seems like right now we're getting kind of a reverse from what we saw in game one. Right now, St. Clair being the ones who are putting up the really good pressure, finding a couple gaps in the defense, and they're holding up pretty strong right now.
Oh.
Just as I say that, of course, cast a curse.
Oh.
We had to have one.
Had to have one.
Of course, we just had to. Cam, let's break this down real quick. He's going to come off the wall from the pass of Cryptic. He's going to find the angle. All St. Clair members a little bit weirdly offly positioned, a little bit of low boost, here and there, and it's going to happen. With a minute left, let's see how St. Clair can hold up.
Eris going to try to start something here right away. This guy is the playmaker for our team, but Columbia's starting now to realize the pressure is we do have a minute, just under a minute left. Columbia going to try to find that tying goal so that they can take this game to overtime. Saints looking to lock down their defense, if not find another goal to absolutely secure this win. Going to get a big stoppage there from Christian as he moves that ball out, but Cryptic now looking for something of his own, and that's going to be stopped by Eris, or Ramen midair, sorry. Eris now looking for something as Ramen finds the demo to try and take out defenders. Eris finding a demo of his own. Finally, Saints are putting some pressure on with the demolitions, as that is a big part of this game.
Cam doing really good from his back end to force a lot of, oh my goodness, he's gonna just do it himself with 16 seconds left. He gets demoed, he recovers. Little bit of an error there as Saints not picking up the back boost, allowing Cam to pick that up and take it himself. He's gonna buy his team a lot of time to get them set up in the right positions if it goes awry, but it seems like Cam had that one all under control, taking the air dribble, baiting out the defender, getting him in an awkward position, and being able to slot that one into the mid. Eris, what can you do right now? Can you set up again? Are we going to have another 1 second goal finish? I hope so. Ramen, he's in a little bit of a weird position. Eris is as well, actually. He's going to get the save off the back wall, but can they kill this ball and get it to OT, or better yet, score? It seems that Eris will be able to kill it, send it to OT again. And man, these overtimes, pressure is building. We have ourselves a very tight series, and we're only one game in right now. This is the second game being played right here.
2-2 once again, the exact same score as in the previous game. Hopefully the Saints can turn it around and take the W this time. It looks like they are going to set something up. Eris bouncing it off the back wall. Christian looking for that second shot, not going to quite be able to find it as he's blocked off by Cam. Cam now dribbling, starting to bring it towards the net. Eris somehow already back at the net, ready to save it after making a shot attempt. The rotation is just beautiful from him today, but it looks like Columbia is starting to pick up the pressure here in the Saints end as they're starting to put shots on net, but Christian's going to find that ball to center it and clear it as far away as he can. Eris going for the shot, and Eris scores. Saints take game 2, making the series 1-1.
An absolute bullet off the front of Eris. Christian gonna set up the play right now. He knows just where his man is going to be. Eris knows exactly where he wants to put this ball. St. Clair shooting lights out to take game 2, making it 1-1 on the series.
Eris finding that crossbar shot that I think the Columbia players have been looking for, bouncing so many shots off the crossbar. You see that a lot in soccer where people try to purposely do that, but I feel like Columbia needs to take it the other way, setting them a little lower so they can get that shot in. But Eris with a beautiful little corner pocket there just to put it in the net and take this game for the Saints.
And I mean, you just said it perfectly. Eris showing Columbia how it's done. You know, if you're going to go bar down, you better be able to finish. And, you know, right now, it seems like they are shooting lights out. A little, again, I need to bring it up, though.
That was a hat trick, too.
Yeah, it was a hat trick, yes. I have to specify, though, if St. Clair want to win this series, they need to be a little more strong up on the defensive front. Now, all credit to Columbia College. Very good offensively, obviously. Yes. CRL team coming in here as well. But right now, I think St. Clair knows they could be playing their defense just a little bit better right now. Yeah. As I say that, demos go out. How can St. Clair build some space right now? Mid boost going to get taken by Cryptic, but Christian puts it right over him. Seems like Excelsior is going to have the challenge, though. What can he find? No one, but a little bit of a weird double commit there from the Saints. They're going to have to recover quick, and quick they must recover. It seems like Cryptic almost getting the shot off, but just foiled a little bit wide right now. A little bit of a misfire. Cam off the sidewall. Can he get the redirect? He can. Setting up the pass right now to Cryptic. Shot saved out by Ramen. And right now, Christian building a little more pressure right down to Eris. There's going to be the pass. Whew. And it seems like right now, the team play is locked in. They're going to have this play all under control. Ramen knows exactly where he's going to put this. Immediately, play started from Christian in the back line. And right now, the rotations are looking nice. They're spacing themselves out properly. They're not getting as jumbled as they were in the previous 2 games, as I will say. And right now, they find themselves up 1-0. Eris, what can you do? He's going to take the flick, and let's see how he's going to perform in a minute here as he can get to the back wall. Let's see, can he help St. Clair relieve some of this pressure? No, he can't. He's just going to be a little bit too late as Cam, off the pass from Excels, he's going to take it high off the ceiling, reads the double perfectly. That is such a good shot from Cam.
And we have a 1-1 game now, only a minute in. 4 minutes left to go. We'll see if the Saints can pull it out here and start to take that lead again. As we get our face off, Cam is gonna, oh my God, Cam's just gonna push through the Saints defense and roll this ball straight in. 6 seconds since the last goal, and he's making his second already. Just gonna push that one in, take the lead over Saints with a nice 2-1. As we get into the next face-off, hopefully Saints don't let lightning strike twice. Cam is going to go for that shot again, though, now taking it from the ceiling. Christian and Eris ready, but they inadvertent... Wait.
I can break it down if you need help with it.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what happened there. Could you help me out?
So, Cam coming off the sidewall, he has the shot leveled. He's going to go for the ceiling pinch and opt to follow it down. He's then just has to find the 50, and he does. Obviously, both Saints defenders, one in a pretty good position, but the other one not able to quite be there. And once the 50 goes the way of Cam, there's no space to get the save, as you know, there's just too much power on that ball to the defender have time to get there. 3-1
for Columbia now. They've taken a 2-point lead, which is a pretty good lead to have in Rocket League, and hopefully they can stick with it for the rest of this game and pull it out. But hopefully our Saints also come in clutch and try to find those tying 2 goals to take it to a 3rd overtime of the game, as we see Cam just going to be able to dribble it in for his 4th goal. He is only one scoring goals this game. Saints looking a little lost in the net back there.
He is looking very good right now. He's going to know that Ramen's a little bit awkward on the sidewall. He has all the boosts he needs to make, delays the flick, opts to go for the wave dash to hit it into the ground, and he knows right now that that is the play right now. St. Clair, he knows ground game and 50s right now are working. You're going to probably see a lot more air dribble bumps and stuff like that coming in as well, because of the fact that St. Clair right now are looking really sloppy on their backfield. And if the 50s are working, and the bumps are working, and the demos are coming out, and they're relieving pressure, that's just the formula you have to keep on going with as Columbia College. For Saints right now, what I would say is exactly what we just saw there. If any of you guys just caught it at home, we need more bumps coming out from the Saints right now, making their shooters a little bit awkward in rotation. Columbia with a play downfield right now. What can they do? They find the bump, just as I said it again. Columbia doing a really good job right now of bumping Clair off of their back line, seeing the demo come out. Excelsior knows exactly who he needs to go for. Cam right behind him with the ball, and it doesn't get easier than that. He just has to wait for his teammate to make the play, and he can pick his shot.
Yeah, we were just talking about how Saints have improved their defense and need to push a little more for offense, and once again, that's coming into play. The defense needs to be a little bit worked on. Columbia has now found the read on them, being able to predict where the defenders are going and where to bump them to get them out of the way. Saints need to find a new way to defend and also put on super offensive pressure here. It just seems the ball has been in their side for the last half of this match, as Excelsior is going to go for another shot a little bit wide here. Going to try to find the reset there from Cryptic, as they can play a little bit slower now, but obviously it never hurts to get another goal. And as I say that, Excelsior now looking to pick up a 5-point lead on the Saints. This game could be wrapped in a bow, but 2 minutes left, 5 goals. I've seen crazier.
Now, I will say right now, the Saints, it was key that I saw them kind of laughing, having a little bit of fun, because they're not letting it get to their head. At least I hope they aren't. Right now, a little bit of a double coming off the back wall as the team bumps, and Ramen, that's just sloppy play. Let's see if he can recover well, though. Eris is going to be able to, just get him out of dodge right now. And again, right now, the Saints, they're just looking a little bit weird on their back line. Again, right now, we see Cam with 699 score, 5 goals on 5 shots, shooting lights out. However, Eris looking to change the score right now as he can't quite get the flip reset to go. Excel's with the save. And what I need to bring up here is Cam is doing exactly the role he needs to be. He is the shooter right now. Excelst and Excelst in particular, he needs to be that guy in the back line who is able to just quickly find a quick bump and a quick demo. And even more so with Cryptic. He is not built. You see, 124 points. They do not care about the score right now and how much, like, you know, points they're getting, how many touches they are. They're working under a plan, a game plan right now. And the game plan is simple. Let's get our 2 men into the back line. Let's get a bump, get a demo, free up Cam. We know he's lights out right now. We know he can pick his shot. That is what they have to do, and that's what they have to keep on focusing if they want to take this series. And for the Saints, you have to adapt right now, and you have to change up your defensive strategy.
Absolutely. When it comes to our Saints, one thing I've noticed a lack of this game has been the demos on the Saints side. They are just getting demoed nonstop, and it is creating these open nets for Columbia to shoot on. Our Saints being kind of demo heavy in the past, not quite bringing it out today. Maybe they aren't quite missing, or maybe it's not part of their strategy, but maybe it is something they could implement in the next coming games to try and take this victory over Columbia, as we do see in the final 30 seconds. Saints doing whatever they can to try and get at least one more goal for this game, and Columbia knows that they've got this locked down. They just need to do whatever they can to keep the ball centered and not going into their net 5 more times. But we are going to see Eris going to try and take some final shots here in the last 15 seconds. Cam going up, stopping the ball at whatever possible. Cryptic going to put that into the corner as they start to set up for almost another shot here, but Christian now bringing it back downfield. As it makes its way towards center, the game is going to come to a close. Cam just going to pop that onto the ground, and we are going to get game number 2 in favor of Columbia, now bringing it to a 2-1. We are now in match point.
Right, and I mean, honestly, Columbia looking so good right now, and this is the formula that they need to use in order to break down St. Clair. St. Clair right now, what can you do to, you know, level the series up? You got to find more bumps, and you got to be able to avoid these demos in the back line. They are ripping you apart right now in the back line. Again, like you said, the demos, freeing up boost. You know, players need to spawn in, right?
Yep.
You don't know where you're going to spawn in. You could be on the left, the right, but you can't control it. And the whole point is when those demos come out, the defense goes into shambles. And right now, Columbia College is doing so good at implementing the bump demo and a shooter tactic right now.
Exactly.
As the two people other than Cam, Cryptic and Excels, are just going into more of support roles, whereas Cam can be that follow-through guy who can lead the ball in.
And 5 goals that game, mighty impressive out of Cam. Just absolutely being the MVP for his team there, getting an early hat trick within less than 2 minutes and finding another 2 goals to really seal the deal. Hopefully our Saints can find some more offense as we do get into our next couple of games. But like we said, it is match point. It's all on the line here, and Saints really need to do everything they can to bring this to the 5th game, bring this to that final kind of nail-biting OT game in total. But as we get underway here, back and forth to start, but it is going to start picking up soon.
And Christian immediately looking a lot more fast, looking a lot faster than he was the previous game right now. They want to come out with a bang. The Saints need to immediately start building this fast pressure. They cannot take too much time in their back line. They are going to pay for it. Eris, off the touch, what can he do? He's starting to level a player up. It looks like it's going to actually be Ramen. I thought it was going to be Christian that he was setting up.
Like it.
Christian actually going to neglect that duty. He says, no, I'm going in for the demo, and we need to see more of that out of St. Clair. That misdirection play, I mean, it fooled me. I thought Christian was going to take the shot. He goes in the back line, takes the demo, leaves it for Ramen as Eris rotates back in case the ball gets cleared. This is good rotation, but this is good offense, and more importantly, they're not getting trapped in their backfield right now. They need to keep this up. Demo coming out from Cryptic. They've been doing this all game, all series long, but it's been St. Clair able to meet them right now. Cryptic, the only one in the back line, but he's allowing time for his teammates to go. Excel's, look, they're doing it again, but this time, Christian able to avoid the bump, gets the epic save, setting up right now. Eris setting up Christian, back to Eris. What can he do? Flip reset, dunk, but Excel's gets the save out. Really good defense right now from Columbia College, making sure that they get rid of all the pressure that St. Clair puts on them.
Absolutely. It is now both teams realizing that this is a momentum shift game. If the Saints take this, they could give them a momentum to take game 5 as well and seal the deal for this match, but Columbia needs to find that 1 goal to even give them a shred of hope of finishing it out in game 4. As we see, the ball has stayed in Saints' side right now. Offensive pressure is through the roof for Columbia. Saints need to find a way to clear it out as Eris is going to find that, sending it towards the net, and it is going to go in for his first goal of this game, giving Saints a 2-point lead. And we just love this little setup here. Kind of caught the defenders. Cam was already making his way towards the rotate, but it looks like he might have missed the boost there and just didn't quite have enough. Now Saints up 2-0, looking to take this game as they pinch here. Cam going up the wall as he has done so many times before, trying to find it, but Ramen is going to be right there to block him. Eris finding the demo onto Cryptic, starting to do more of what we were talking about, getting more demos, starting to open them up.
And it seems like right now, St. Clair, they have been really doing good at finding those open nets in the whole series. You'll actually remember Eris finding a couple more himself in the games prior. And I think right now that's the hole for Columbia College. They with sending all of those players up to try to make a bump or a demo, you're wasting so much boost trying to get down there and trying to make a play. And Cam, obviously, he's not going to be back. He has to shoot the ball. So when you have plays like that coming out, they don't have very much boost to rotate down, and if the mids have been stolen and the only thing left is in their back line, those shots, those quick shots can be sent out by St. Clair, and they can result in very harmful goals. As you see right now, giving them a 2-0 cushion. But on the other side right now, it seems like Christian just able to rotate back in time. He's going to send this one off the ceiling to Eris. Eris is going to try to find Ramen. Ramen just getting his shot saved out by Access. Let's see what Christian can do. It's not going to be the touch he exactly wants, but luckily for him, Cam sends this one high. I feel like we haven't been really seeing that much this series. He's been shooting lights out. A little bit of a mistake by Cam. I'm sure he's going to want that one back as Eris air dribbling it. Let's see what pressure can he get. He has 0 boost, but can he force the 50? Yes, he can. And St. Clair looking in a pretty comfortable position right now.
Absolutely. Now with 2 minutes left in the game, still a 2-0 lead for the Saints. Still looking to clutch this one out as Excelsis is going to go up high, try to find the double touch. Not going to be quite there for it. Columbia is starting to make a couple mistakes here on their shots. Saints starting to realize this and put on better defense as they send it back down towards, oh, and what a beautiful save by Cryptic. That almost found the top shelf by Eris yet again. Gonna get bumped out of the way as well by Eris as Saints don't quite find a way to make a shot out of it. Cam going for a shot, beautiful save by Ramen. He's ready and back there for defense. Cam trying to find a cheeky shot, but not going to be able to. Eris starting to make some moves, bring it back down to their end as Cryptic's going to go for a shot. Oh, it looks like a little bit of a miscommunication there from Columbia as both of them kind of stall and miss the shot altogether. Eris now starting to make something happen, but he is going to be stopped by Columbia's incredible defense here. As it goes off the top, we're going to look for that second touch from Christian, but nothing going.
And it seems like right now, Christian, let's see what he can find off the sidewall. He's not going to find very much, but it's fine. That wastes a lot of boost. Oh no, Ramen, don't tell me you just backflip by accident. Let's see, what can you do? How can you recover off this mistake? He's going to elect to go for the 50. Just slightly misses it out though. Excels, he has the flick, but he sends it high. Cam, not just going to get the shot off there. Eris doing really good to make sure that that doesn't happen. Ramen with a huge demo in the back line. Can he get the boost steal? No, already taken by Cryptic. He's going to try to meet Christian in the air, but he doesn't quite get there in time. Christian beats his man. Now, can he beat the other man to the back wall? He not just quite can't. It seems like Excel's going to get the clear out to Cam here. Eris, what can you do? I know the save's going to have to come out eventually out of you, unless you go to elect for the clear, which you can. Your other teammates had your back there. Good play, team play on defense from St. Clair. Cryptic being set up by his teammate off the back wall. He has 0 boost, but can he find a demo? Not quite. A little bit of a dangerous ball coming out. Don't tell me it's going to end like that. Well, never mind. It seems like St. Clair, they're on top of things. Double coming out, but it won't matter. 2 seconds left, and as long as there's, 1 second on the board, I know there's a chance. But
I've seen crazier.
We've seen crazier. But as for right now, it seems like St. Clair, they did a pretty good time of delaying time off the clock. Sorry, they did a pretty good job of delaying time off the clock. And we gotta hope. It's all in the kickoff here. What are they gonna set up? Can they ground this right now? A little bit of a 50. It's gonna go up to the man. He's gonna be able to keep it up. Oh no, Cryptic, can you find the double? Eris is gonna make sure that doesn't happen. Eris, you have to ground it. Sends it over Cam. Christian with the ground, and it's going to be able to work right now. Saints being able to get their 2 games up right now, tying the series at 2-2. I told you it was gonna be a nail biter. I told you it was gonna go to game 5. Right now, Columbia College is out here to play, but St. Clair looking really, really good right now. Coming off of the absolute just treacherous game that they had last time.
Absolutely, and we're still in match point, 2-2, game 5. This is it. This is where all the marbles come down to. And as we get into our next game, Ramen opening up with a beautiful demo already, and it seems that in that last game, Saints definitely took a lot more demos there, and we might have an interesting shot. Oh, and a little bit of a bar out from Ramen. That was from one side of the arena to the other. Ramen's still going to go up, try to make up for his kind of awkward shot there. He is going to put it on, but Cam's going to be ready to stop it. Christian looking for that second touch, and he gets the rebound. Beautiful goal and a perfect way to take a lead for the Saints.
Very quickly, it's going to be because Ramen's shot forces 2 defenders to make a move. Christian sitting. He knows exactly where he has to place it. Awkward as the next defender just quite can't make it back in time. Christian with the beautiful snipe. 1-0 to the Saints right now. Demo's coming out on the side of Columbia as Cam able to take out Eris. He's going to be back, but he's going to be waiting on defense. However, this buys Columbia College some time to put on the offense. Eris with a quick clear. Can he meet it back? He's trying to go off the ceiling, looking for a play. Cryptic able to go for the fake on the Musty. He's going to set up Cam, but Christian is actually going to demo Excels, who I believe was going to be the shooter there. They're on a little bit of a breakaway, but Ramen has to play it slow as he has 0 boost, and there is a defender back. Obviously not wanting to set up a horrible 50. Cryptic off the back wall. Can he find anything? Can't stay in the air long enough. However, 2 Saints defenders commit on a clear that just sends it right into their center. But however, it seems that Eris looking to clear things out as he forces the quick save. Christian, oh no, we knew that bump was going to happen. How is this going to set up? And Ramen's going to make the great save. He needed to do that. Christian with the quick demo. Where's the shooter from Columbia? Cam going to elect to leave it. He has the sidewall boost. He's off the ceiling. He has a flip. How's he going to use it? Elects to go for the Musty. And it goes in. Beautiful shot by Cam. He took that ball, he took the 50, so methodical about what he wanted to do, electing to delay, go for the Musty, beautiful shot, and he picks his spot.
Absolutely, 1-1 now. Nail biter. There's no better word to use for what's happening in this whole entire match than nail biter. It has just been so close. We are now 1-1 in the final match, and Christian's going to take his second goal of the game, giving the Saints the lead right back 2-1. They are in this. They are here to play. They are here to win. We get that beautiful pass right to Christian, and he's going to find opposite side of the net as they take the lead. As we get into this 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to go, a lot can still happen. As we get into the face-off, we are going to see Excel start to go up into the air. Ramen's going to meet him up there and kind of take the demo in order to stop him from touching the ball. Cam also finding a demo. That's 2 now. As we move into Columbia's side, it looks like we kind of went for a back pedal rotate, almost kind of resetting, but Excel's now moving up. Eris with a beautiful save, going to stop that tying goal there. And as they start to take it out to the corner and get it out, Cam is going to find it, and Excel starting to set something up. Cryptic kind of sitting back, waiting for it. He's going to find the shot. Not quite.
Christian doing a really good job of delaying pressure there. He's going to like to use his flip to try to set up his teammate Eris, but it's not going to quite work. Cam has Ramen on the 1-on-1. What can he do? Can he set it up to his teammate? He can, and that's all Cam had to do. He understood the assignment. You see how there's only 1 defender right now. Cam, all he has to do is set up Ramen weirdly enough, and he does. He's able to not even, also, he's not even trying to read the double here. Notice, he's going to delay. He wants the touch to go off the backboard to set up his teammate to shoot. All he had to do was elect to bump Ramen out of the way, and that's exactly what they've been doing all series, and that's the working formula. St. Clair, they've been able to kind of, get rid of that a little more, but it seems like right now it's coming back, and let's see what can Columbia do, what can St. Clair do, who's going to take this game? Nobody knows. It's anybody's game right now as we approach the halfway timer.
As we get halfway, we are 2-2, all tied up. We're going to see some good offensive pressure here from Columbia as Cam takes the shot, but it will be stopped by Eris. Cryptic now starting to set it back, setting up Cam. Cam is just going to miss the ball by a little bit. Christian's going to punish Excels with the demo, and now they hope to start moving it towards Columbia's end as they start to set up on the right side here. Cam going to stop any forward movement by the Saints, but Eris going to be able to clear that out from the front of the net as Christian starts to make his moves. Cryptic going to be there to stop him. Eris still looking for something funky here. He's going to dribble. He's going to take it all the way. Will it go in? No, it's going to be stopped by Cryptic, who is ready and waiting on the defense. Ramen also going up, kind of getting ready. Christian starting to find that touch. Eris going to also move up. All of them going to the air for shots here. Ramen going to be back ready to stop as Columbia makes their offensive push. It is just back and forth right now. There is no closer game Then this right
coming
here is
out.
Christian, and Christian's gonna take the hat trick to give Saints yet another lead. He has done everything in his power this game to keep Saints up top, and he will continue.
If you can't beat him, join him. St. Clair realizing that the strategy used against them, they can't really do too much against it. It's a very hard game plan to work around. So you know what? Let's just use it against them.
Exactly.
Let's just go into their back line, hit those bumps, hit those demos, open up shooting lanes, and that's exactly what Raman's going to do to help out Christian there. 3-2 with a minute 20 left. Demos coming out again from Eris, this time on a Cryptic, a 1v1, and let's see, can Raman beat his man? He is actually going to be able to. He's going to like to take that back pad though and set up back on the defense side. This is going to be the continuation of that. He's going to be able to set up the 50. Eris is going to be able to get another 50. It's coming off the sidewall. Shot's probably going to come in, but it seems like Christian's going to be able to beat his man. Christian, he's able to beat the other man. Hopefully, not quite though. Excel's looking really good right now on the back wall, but it seems like Eris has pre-jumped the defense already. Can he find a bump? Not quite, as Raman electing not to go for the shot as he sees that Eris is not going to be able to make a play on that. However, Columbia coming out with numbers, but it's actually going to backfire on them slightly. Never mind. I thought it was, but it's actually going to be a really, really big demo from Cryptic right there that opens up the field. Columbia College, 36 seconds. What can they do? St. Clair, can you hold on? That's going to be a shot forced out by Christian. Cryptic. And it seems like Eris is going to be able to alleviate that pressure off the back wall, but it is coming down to the wire.
Absolutely. As we get into the final 20 seconds, Saints holding on to this 1-point lead by a narrow thread. Columbia trying to do everything they can right now to get it out of their end. Saints are just doing an incredible job on this offense. Kind of a partial offense-defense here as they keep it in their zone with goals. In the final 10 seconds, Saints could take this match. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
They just have to kill it. They have to kill it. It's not over yet. They have to kill it.
And the Saints will take it in the 5th game, and you called it. You called it. A Game 5 win for St. Clair. You can tell they might not look it, but they are happy right now. Beating someone who's higher on the power ranking is always a great feeling. And our Saints Gold team, after qualifying for CRL Fall this past Sunday and now coming and winning this big game against some unreal players, is just incredible. I'm ecstatic right now.
It's a huge win for the Saints right now. And I must say, the talking point is going to be from this matchup, Cam. He missed a wide open shot.
Yeah.
The defender was not able to be there if he's able to just pick it and just hit the ball. He just simply couldn't. I don't know if it was positioning, lack of boost. We weren't on the cam, so we can't really tell. But either way, he's going to really want that one back, and it's going to come to bite them in the butt as St. Clair able to take the lead and able to finish this one out. Getting that series, difficult series, as they were being,
pushed.
Tight on match point right there on the 2-1. But, they're called St. Clair Gold for a reason. It's because when it comes to crunch time, these boys are golden, lights out. They take the 2 games back that it needs to win the series, and they come out of here with a clean. I really couldn't
have put it better myself. After those first couple of games, seeing Columbia take that 6-1 game, really kind of putting Saints, dare I say, down, and kind of getting in their heads like, hey, look what we can do to you. I don't think you can do this. And Saints taking that fuel, using that fire, and pushing back to take 2 games in a row. Both close games. There was no blowouts by any means necessary. Both teams had to fight here. And I think what it really came down to, especially in that final game, the demos. It never hurts to have a goon on the team. And that was especially Eris and Christian here for us tonight. Cam, being the goon on the other team, finding demos wherever they could be, really kind of helping for Columbia, but it was Saints finally using their own strategy against them in the end to help bring it out.
Yeah, and I think they did a really good job of doing that. Obviously, we know Columbia College, they put up a really good fight. Those first 2 games, as you said, it was all just a battle of the styles. Who can come out with that really aggressive power?
So we had a great matchup here today for our NECC, Rocket League Legends. Saints now going 2-0 and continuing that undefeated streak. Hopefully they can continue it through the weeks coming, and hopefully they do well. And CRL coming up soon, I'd hope. As we say that, can't wait to catch you next time. I'm Jordan, this has been Patrick, and we've had a great time. Take it easy. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys.